Look at that. Isn't that badass? It's so cool. Yeah, I've painted it. Finally. I think I mentioned in the video with the S I was struggling with the weather at the minute because it's really cold. I mean, it'd be the 1st of November next week, so you know it's getting really cold, and it says paint doesn't like cold. So I was gonna try and be patient. I thought I'd do it next year, but I thought, bugger that. So I can't paint inside here because we've got pets, but I went to my dad's. He ain't got any pets, and he said I can paint in the boiler room, and it worked very well. It was seriously messy. There was a layer of dust, red dust everywhere, but thankfully it was just dust. It just hoovered up. But yeah, that looks mega. So obviously all the lower section, the grille, front bumper, the front steps, the chassis plate, the rear arches, the rear bumper, and I got a new spoiler, so a new 5-piece spoiler. That's all been painted and lacquered, and it looks beautiful. Since the last video as well, I got alloy wheels on all 6 wheels, and Michelin's again, like what was on the S. And that's also obviously a tag lift. That's a twin tag. And yeah, it's come a long way since the last video. I painted the stack bracket as well, and yeah, all been lovely and done. These are just propped in place currently. Basically I put the truck back together because after I do something I like to visualize what I've done, so I like to put it back together and see what I've done. Now today I've actually been working on the front steps, so I got the actual steps stuck on. I got this little bar here. This is from Miro in Ireland. He made them, obviously on both sides, and just little marker lights. I had to turn these ones upside down because otherwise they hit them. But I don't think that's a big deal. I mean, you can see the other one there. It's alright, looks okay. Small lights, that's fine, not a problem. Lots of wiring. Yeah, these ones here actually work now. I drilled them out and brought the little light units that squeeze in from the back, and of course got the marker pole back on. And I've done that a hell of a lot nicer than what it was. I got a bit of heat shrink and heated it up, and it shrunk over the wire and over the bottom of the pole. So it's a nice, neat, clean looking connection. I'm still at the minute I'm waiting for a few bits and bobs. The only thing that I'm really waiting for are decals. My friend Lee is making hopefully all of them. He's made some already, and I was going to pick them up last week, but he runs a local RC truck group here in Cornwall, and unfortunately it was cancelled. The meeting was cancelled, so I couldn't go and meet him and pick him up. So I'm hoping in the November meet, whenever that is, hopefully soon, the first couple of weeks of November, I can get the stickers then. But I've also given him a list of a lot more to be made, so hopefully I can pick them all up at the same time. So that will be a Dutch stripe to go on the bottom of the bumper. Now I could have done that with paint quite easily. I did it with paint on the 4 series, but the good thing about having a decal of that stripe is it covers up these OEM bumper mounts, which I personally think are a bit ugly. Anyone who's got a bull bar, obviously the bracket mounts into them, so it covers it up quite nicely. I don't want a bull bar on this truck, but the decal comes across here and it goes sort of zigzags across, and it covers up those holes just so you don't see them, but you can peel it back to get a screwdriver in. So I'm asking them to make me one of those. There's a Vabis logo that I'm going to put on here, and I have V8 in the middle and I have my name, because I can't put my name up here like where you would normally expect it, because of course I got Driving the Dream. So that's going to go on here, and then when it opens it comes up like that. And I've also put a magnet, that you can see, just that little thing there, tiny little contact area, but it's just strong enough to, if I push it down, it sort of locks in. Obviously the cab's going to come off again. Also I got little flags and little, if I turn my torch on, little trees, little air fresheners. And I've just tidied up the interior in general. I put a carpet in, I don't know if you can see it a bit. I'll put a picture up easier. But yeah, I've done that. I've got magazines on the way, and the magazines are brilliant because they've got pictures of the trucks on the front. They look badass. I really can't wait to get them. The people are making them, they're Tennant's Tiny Treasures. They're brilliant, and they're making magazines and a couple more sets of flags so I can put on the other trucks, and little drink bottles so I can put in the cup holders. I thought that'd be quite cool. So yeah, and also I put a little again, you might not be able to see it, but I can't see it. I put a little like an overhead panel with some stickers on it, like little buttons and stuff, just to make it like what it would be in a real truck. But yeah, that's been sorted. More decals. I want to do like a white pinstripe around the outer edge of this shape. But I haven't asked Lee to make them yet because I need to measure them properly. Because I could easily, I've actually got some here, like pinstripe tape. That's a bit thick, really. That's 3mm. I would prefer 2, ideally. I could do it with that, but I don't want to really because I don't want joins. I kind of want it to be one piece. So if I can get it measured properly, which I will do after I put the lights back on, because they go in those little holes, then I will measure it and send it to Lee. Hopefully he can make me one piece, like one decal that will go on. It's just a white outline pinstripe. So that's them, and also pinstripes in here as well. Same as what my dad's truck's got. Actually, there's a picture of it right here, quite conveniently. So you can see his truck here is black with red pinstripes, and it's literally that I want on mine. But mine would be obviously red with white pinstripes. So yeah, that's that. He's already made me a new V8 Symphony to go back on that stack bracket, and he's already remade I Dreamed It, so I made it. And he's made me a cool little slogan to go on here, which I'll leave secret, but I remade that because that was all nasty. What else? Little griffins to go on the mirrors in red, and I believe that's it. So yeah. What else? I got to take that off. The whole plate's got to come off again so I can wire everything up. I got the marker lights to go along the bottom in these little holes. I got the handles. They're already painted. They're ready to go on. The steps. I made these. I'll put them down here. Look. These are little white plastic card boxes I made, and each one's got 2 little SMDs in, which you probably, I think the camera will pick up. Oh. Will it pick up? No. Alright, little LEDs, basically little oh, hang on, I messed it all up. There we go. There's 2 under there as well. Basically, I've added 2 little red lights in each step, so it will illuminate the boxes. So I think it looks amazing. I saw it on a real one, and just while I was doing all this, I just thought, oh, I'll just throw them in. So I brought, how many was it? 16? Yeah, no, 12. Sorry, 16. Where did I get that from? 12 little red SMDs from Adam at Model Lighting Solutions, and put them in. Work a treat. Also, while I was there, I screwed the floor in, so it's now mounted in rather than just being dropped in, because beforehand all the wires underneath had pushed the floor up, which is why the dash was like halfway up the windscreen. But I've actually screwed it in now, so it's not going to move. And also, I think I told you I added them as well. So yeah, I got those boxes have got to be glued in. I don't like using glue, but I really can't think of anything else to do. I got some nice glue on the way though. A friend of mine recommended me some stuff, so I've ordered some. Apparently it's very good. It dries clear and it doesn't mess up paint, which is what I'm worried about. But yeah, the boxes, I've got the back plates there, look, so they'll go in there, sort of, in that. What else? I think that's about it. I got the underglow for it. I got to set up a tag lift. I got to configure a tag lift so it doesn't hit that arch. I got it working, and I've done it really well actually. So I got the tag and the visor working on proportional channel 5 on the B8 unit. So that means I've still got a spare channel which I plug my beacons in, which is brilliant. That sorts that problem out lovely. I just want to make sure that when that axle goes up, it doesn't ram into the arch and break anything, which is what I'm a little bit scared of. So when I take that off, when I take the cover off to do all that, the wiring and the lights and the steps and the handles, I'll take that top cover off and I'll tweak the height so I can get it to work right. So yeah, it takes the axle off the ground but doesn't ram itself into the bloody plastic. And I think that's about it, really. Lots and lots of progress. Very excited. I got to figure out what I'm doing on that wheel, because that hubcap I've kind of forgotten about. I quite like it as it is, actually. Maybe I'll leave it. I don't know. I was going to paint it like I painted those. I painted the hubs red and the caps white, but I don't know what to do about that. I was going to paint the outer bit red and then the inner bit where it says Scania white, but I might leave it. And I've also ordered, like, I can't know what they're called, but they're like arch flares that go, they sort of clip onto this. They come black. I'll see what they look like black. I might end up painting them white and then putting them on. But yeah, it's a lovely colour, this. It really does sparkle. Although it's reacted differently on that plastic than it has on that metal. But you can still see the sparkle in it. Yeah. That's all paint as well. Anyway, that's that. So yeah, hopefully I'll get this thing running for December. That's my aim. I want to take it to Western Supermare in December, have it back. I haven't used it since August, so yeah, it's about time it gets put back together and I can work on the 4 series. I was going to try and do that in conjunction with this, but I kind of want to get this one sorted. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Put all the kit back on that. Put the little magazines and drink bottles in there. I got obviously the top grills there. Just got to put that back on. The only issue with this truck now is that top grill is a slightly different shade of red, but hey, you know that story. Paint colour matching is a pain in the ass. Hence why I repainted 75% of the truck, or 60%, whatever, I don't know. Hence me repainting most of the truck. But yeah, it weighs a ton now. Jesus Christ, he's a hefty old boy. But yeah, looking good. I like it. I'm happy. It's good. I'm getting rid of all these bodge job shit things that I did when I first built it, and now it's an actual flagship. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will update you when I've hopefully got it either finished or near enough finished. Probably the end of next month, I would imagine I'll have it near enough done. Yeah, anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video, which will probably be 4 series, I'd imagine. But yeah, anyway, cheers.